Hey guys, hello and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, there's no actual opening. However, I do have some cards I recently got graded and I traded for, and I will be showing those off. Before I do show those off, however, I do have some important topics to cover in today's video. So without further ado, all right, so first of all, I haven't posted anything in a long time, so sorry about that, guys. I had all these videos planned for after going to the Sports Card Expo in Toronto. And by the way, a highlight for me was meeting the legendary Marcel Dion, who you see pictured here, and he's a great guy. So something happened after I went to the show. I felt overwhelmed because I had so many videos I now felt that I had to make. And don't get me wrong, I love making these videos, but when it becomes work, it does suck some of the fun out of it. So a while later, I found out what the pre order prices were going to be for Series 2, and this was the gut punch that really sucked the fun out of the channel for me. I mean, the costs of these, cards were just, as expected, were pretty crazy. So this is the main topic that I want to cover here. But don't worry, I still plan to show the cool pickups that I got in Toronto, including some cards that I got graded, and including a card that's been at the top of my list for a very long time. Okay, so back to the main topic. I feel the greed is killing this hobby. When I first came back to collecting during the pandemic, the first thing that I noticed was the price of cards in general, and the price jump were understandable considering I had not been in the hobby for about 10 years, and there was a big jump during the pandemic. It wasn't enough to keep me out of the hobby, and I rediscovered my love for collecting hockey cards. So there were three main things for me that made this, coming back to collecting a lot of fun. First was the openings. I've had so much fun, I would do it for free for someone else. Like, really, I'm not kidding here. It's a lot of fun. Second was the revival of my YouTube channel, mostly rebranded as a card opening channel, although I've done some other things since, and I've also enjoyed doing those. So I love hearing from you guys, whether it's good or bad. To me, it's just a lot of fun. And all of this reached a height in terms of fun when I went to the Toronto for the Sports Card Expo. I had a ton of fun and I got some cards graded, and I think I did very well overall. And you guys are going to see that later in this video. And like I said, I also made a trade for some cards that I didn't even think I would be getting, but also the card that was at the top of my list. So what comes up eventually it has to go down. So after the show, things went downhill. First was the expected price I would need to pay for Series 2. Those seemed high, but I get it. So Upper Deck has to make money. The suppliers have to make money. Card stores have to make money. And in my opinion, the card stores are the most important part of this equation, really. So without these guys, we wouldn't be able to get the variety of cards that we can, whether it's hockey cards, baseball cards, football, Pokemon, or anything else. The problem, though, is Upper Deck has zero competition when it comes to hockey. I honestly think only one thing can keep this hobby alive in the long term, and that's with competition. Otherwise, we're going to be heading towards another crash like we had in the 90s. Upper Deck needs competition, and that's, plain and simple. Panini, yeah, they had their issues, but they made cool stuff, and better than that, they helped keep Upper Deck in check. So the industry is at a price point where it will have a hard time bringing in younger collectors. Like, even Upper Deck MVP, it's out of reach for the average kid now. That's just crazy when you think about it. Like, having a player like Connor Bedard should be a cause for celebration. The problem, though, is because of greed, the launch price of Upper Deck Series 2 is it's out of reach for most collectors, and the launch price is actually even more than I was quoted late last year, which to me is just insane. I know it's out of reach for me, And unless you're a kid and your parents are millionaires, I'm sure it's priced out of the reach for most kids out there. I mean, it's out of reach for most adults. Like, that's crazy. So at least for me, I just can't afford over two times the price Series One was for a hobby box, and I'm sure the same holds true for a lot of you guys. $130 Canadians for a tin. It's just plain crazy. And Upper Deck is obviously laughing to the bank on this one. They took out retail boxes just so that they could keep only hobby boxes, blaster boxes, and tins. So they basically converted the retail boxes that you used to see into hobby boxes so that they could make even more money. Like, that is just crazy greed on Upper Deck's part. So unless you have access to, hobby packs, you have one less option now, basically. So you have blaster boxes, which are crazy, have a crazy price to them, or tins, who are even worse. The blaster boxes only guarantee one Young Guns per box. That, again, I keep using the word crazy, but it's just true. So this is not a win for the industry, and it certainly isn't helping with the price that collectors have to pay in the end. Yeah, I expect prices to drop again next year on new products, but honestly, the wind has been blown out of me, and I'm going to be spending less as a result of this greed going forward. So all of this leads me to the future of this channel. Again, just a reminder that I'll be showing off some cool pickups from the Toronto Sports Card Show after this, so stay tuned. So what's the future of this channel? I still plan to do opening videos, but there'll be less of them as I spend less on this hobby, which, it makes sense. It's kind of unfortunate, but you shouldn't have to take out a second mortgage to have fun in any hobby that you choose. And if you do, you probably should move on to a different hobby, like, honestly. So, yeah, I don't mean this literally, but I'm sure some people will be spending a lot more money than they should, to try and chase Connor Bedard, and will end up empty-handed and will not get him. So beyond openings, I do have some exciting videos in the work in the future, and I really can't say what they are right now, but they have me really excited again. And once I publish them, I hope that you guys will enjoy them as well. I know some of you guys probably will, some of you guys might not, but one thing's for sure, that, like, again, I'm excited to make videos again. So now I'm going to move on to the last part of this video, and that's the pickups I got from the show. Some are graded, and some were from a trade that I made.
Here he can. Oh, look at this! Oh, it's in! Oh my goodness!
Okay, guys. So now I'm going to show you the cards that I got graded, as well as cards that I made a trade for. So I got 7 cards graded, and I'm going to show you 6 of them because one I ended up using in a trade, and I'll explain what that trade is later. So first of all, I've got a Sidney Crosby Young Guns rookie card, and this only got graded at an 8. But considering how I acquired this card years and years ago, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that, because I think I traded at the time. Well, I can't remember exactly how many cards, but I traded some cards that were worth about the value that this was worth at the time, and the guy seemed to be pretty happy for to make the trade, and I certainly am happy with the results of this. So there you go, Sidney Crosby Young Guns, a PSA 8. Next, we have another PSA 8. This time it's a Alex Ovechkin Young Guns. So that, I probably got that from PAX back in the day, from what I remember. So there you go. Next, I have another Young Guns of Alex Ovechkin. This time it's a 9. Very nice. And then here we have another 9. So yes, I got 2 graded at 9. And finally, for the Ovies, yes, I have a 10. I was really happy with this one when I saw the results of this grade. So yeah, I love it. All right, after Ovi, who do we have? We have a Connor McDavid, and it's also rated at 10. Graded at 10. So now, this is where things get interesting. I actually got 2 McDavid cards graded, and both of them actually ended up getting a 10. So I traded the other ones during the show with another collector, and I'm pretty happy with the results, even though he ended up with the better card overall. So what did I get for my PSA McDavid? I got, well, first of all, I got cash, which I used on cards, on boxes at the time. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then I got some interesting cards. So first of all, yes, this is only graded a 1, and it's KSA grading, but it's a Maurice Richard, and this is a playing card from 1948. If you know your history, Maurice Richard's rookie card wasn't until years later in the 1950s. So this is like kind of a pre-rookie card, I guess, sort of. So pretty cool stuff. So I wasn't looking to get one of these, but when we were going back and forth trying to make a trade happen, this was one of the cards presented to me, and I'm a big Montreal Canadiens fan. So this is, even though it's a 1, I'm very happy with having this in my collection. Alright, next. This one is only a 3, but it's a Guy Lafleur rookie card. Again, I'm happy to have this in my collection. So yeah, and yeah, I realize it's only a 3, but that's okay. This is not the big fish that I wanted to get in this trade. Now, the next one was unexpected for sure. And it's only graded a 5, but it's a Mario Lemieux rookie card. And this one is the OPC version. Again, I'm happy with this. It's not, it's not a 10 or anything like that. Like that corner is pretty dinged over here. But I was not expecting to get that card, on that day. Maybe I'll upgrade it to something higher at some point, and something that's not a KSA. Who knows? But yeah. So now, what is the big fish that I wanted to get? Well, this is the big fish. Yes, it's only a 5, but it is PSA grading, and yes, of course, it's Wayne Gretzky's rookie card. Very happy with this. Like, before going into the trip, this was the card that I wanted to get at the card show, and this actually happened on the last day. I just went back just to, with the cards that I had, just to get some more boxes, and I ended up kind of mentioning that I didn't end up with one, and a fellow collector had one, and he also had all the other ones that you saw, and coupled with some money, and it made the trade happen basically. Yes, I know it's only a 5, and I do realize the overall value of all of these cards. However, like I said, I also got a pretty decent amount of money back as well. But to me, as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather have a 5.0 version of Wayne Gretzky's rookie card than having two McDavid 10.0s. I know I'm crazy, but that's just the way that, as a collector. So I'm very happy with this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different. It might be a little long as well once I edit this all in. But like I said, there's been a lot of lows and highs since I went to the Card Expo, and I just want to say that yes, I'm back. I won't be making videos as much as I used to in terms of openings, but hopefully the quality of my videos will also be going up. As I learn and as I put some other cool stuff in as well while I'm at it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, guys, please click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. And until next time, have a great day, guys. Bye.